Hi Libras, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing quite well. In fact, I'm doing way better. This is because I had my B12 shot and I got better and everything's all great. So it really is. I didn't mean it like that. I was just like, I am tired, and I have a full day tomorrow at my day job, but it'll be okay. So the first card, this is the weekly reading for February 8th through 14th, 2021. So I just said the Valentine's Day, February 14th. Of course, on Sunday, February 14th, I will be doing a special reading. But for this week's reading, we get the Sun. And this is all about friendships and childhood exuberance and things like that. And you've been feeling down about that. Your exuberance is just zapped. Normally you're like perky and great and you're not feeling it. I mean, and I'm not saying you're always perky or whatever, but you tend to be on the average a little more optimistic. And you're not feeling that right now. And part of that is you just felt like you've had to jostle for your position. Now, in this case, this is more like a sparring. It's not like a fight. It's like a wrestling match or a football game or things like that. But it says that you've been feeling like you have to fight for things. There's a lot of competitiveness going on, and you're just not really sure about your place in all of this, and you don't like it. That's not who you are. You like everybody to win. So this is hard for you. And partially because you've been hermiting, maybe even more so than you need to. And part of that is because of the jostling that's going on. You're just not sure who you can trust. Well, the biggest person to trust is yourself and your spirit guides. So I would say that you need to get in touch with them. So while you're doing some of your hermiting, you need, because the hermit is also about self-reflection, meditation, things like that. Ask your spirit guides what it is you need to be doing different, what it is to give you that sense of security and allow that childhood exuberance to come back to you. Because you're really great at that. You are so good at that. And yet right now, you're not feeling it at all. So what is it going to take for you to get back to being you? To be the best Libra you can be. Now, moving right along, I'm going to pull two cards from the Animal Tarot deck. This is a really lovely deck by Dream Virtue and Radley Valentine. Great name, isn't that? However, I don't like it as a tarot deck because it has, instead of the normal suits, it's got like summer, winter, fall, spring. And also it has like princess instead of different things. So it doesn't vibe with me that way. But for me, it's a great oracle deck. So the card we're going to get is the Nine of Spring, which is a gazelle. Now, I don't know if you know about it, but gazelles are really swift and they're gentle, quiet creatures. And this card says you worked hard and you've done a lot of really impressive work. But now it's time for you to just appreciate where you've gotten and stop the fighting. Stop the jostling that you don't need to do. That doesn't mean you don't need to do some of it sometimes, but you definitely have to, you don't need it all the time. And we also get the Emperor, which is the deer mouse. And this says you need to have structure. This is not thinking outside the box. This is like putting the box in place, maybe putting a pretty bow on it, and having just kind of staying in your own fence. I've just mixed so many metaphors, I'm sorry. But that's what this is about. It's about you don't need to jostle right now. You just need to stay within your own parameters because you've done a great job. Why not enjoy the parameters that you've helped set up? Also, I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of the Unicorns. and that's support. And this card says that part of the reason that you've been feeling so alone and you don't have your own, the exuberance you normally done, the optimism, is because you've been doing it all alone. You've been carrying this burden all alone. And you need to put down that bag or to help someone put it in 2 backpacks. Share the burden, because sometimes we're called upon to share each other's burdens. Sometimes we're not. But in this case, somebody else can lend a different perspective to it for you. So instead of you carrying it all by yourself or even sharing the wealth, maybe you don't need to carry it at all, because that perspective might change the entire way you're looking at things. So pick up the phone, reach out, and touch someone, as the old AT&T commercial used to say. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text to 405-512-9400. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel.